Continuation video, problem number 9. Prove by vector method that the perpendiculars, or otherwise called as altitudes, from the vertices to the opposite sides of a triangle are concurrent. The question ends here. I'll read out the question once again. Prove by vector method, and I am going to explain it by a diagram. Prove by vector method that the perpendiculars drawn from the vertex, so this is one perpendicular, this is another perpendicular, this is the third perpendicular. These perpendicular otherwise can be called as altitudes, heights. So in a triangle, if we draw three altitudes, they are concurrent. We need to prove that. Concurrent means all those three passes through same point. That is what we need to prove. Again I repeat, the question, meaning of the question is, if we draw altitudes of a triangle, that is heights of a triangle from each vertex. A triangle will have three vertex. From those three vertex, if we draw the altitude, they will pass through a same point. That is what we need to prove. For that, what we do is, first we will start like this. Let O be the origin. This is the starting point. Let O be the origin. This is usually we will take OA vector is equal to OA vector. We are giving a symbol A vector. OB vector is taken as B vector. OC vector is taken as small c vector. Now from the diagram, if you see, AD is a altitude, right? AD is a height of the triangle, or otherwise can be called as altitude or perpendicular line. Clearly AD will be perpendicular to BC. From the diagram itself it is understood AD is perpendicular to BC because we are drawing a perpendicular only. So from the diagram AD is perpendicular to BC. Since AD is perpendicular to BC, the part of the line AD is nothing but OA. The total line is named as AD. In that a part is OA vector, right? So now first we are saying in sides, now we are changing that to vector notation. Since AD is perpendicular to BC, this OA vector will be also perpendicular to BC vector. So that is what I am writing here. OA vector is perpendicular to BC vector. What we know for condition for perpendicularity in vector algebra, when two vectors are perpendicular, the dot product is 0. The dot product becomes 0. So when I make a dot product for these two, OA vector dot BC vector equal to 0. How to write OA vector? Now see, this OA vector is taken as A vector. So in place of OA vector, I have written A vector dot BC vector. BC vector expansion, if you see, OC vector minus OB vector, right? BC vector, how to split? OC vector minus OB vector. So in place of BC vector, I am going to write OC minus OB. What is OC actually? C vector. What is OB vector? B vector. So C minus B, that is written here. In place of BC vector, I am going to write C vector minus B vector equal to 0. Just take this A vector inside so that you get this A dot C minus A dot B equal to 0, equation number 1. Again I am going back to the diagram. First I said AD is perpendicular to BC. Now I am going to say BE is perpendicular to AC. BE, the line BE perpendicular to AC. Now we know very well, when we draw two lines, from A one line, B another line, definitely they will meet at a point, right? When we draw two lines inside a triangle from two vertices, definitely they will meet at a point. We are naming that point as O. Our problem is whether the line drawn from the vertex C also passes through the same point or not. That is the question. Because two lines will definitely intersect at a point. What is our problem? Our problem is the line that we draw from C, that is the perpendicular line that we draw from C, does it passes through the point O or not? That is our problem. So for that, what we do, we are taking the second perpendicular line, BE perpendicular to AC. That is what is written here. From the diagram, these two are perpendicular. Now I am going to convert this into vector form. Since BE is perpendicular to AC, I can say OB vector is also, because OB is nothing but part of BE. So OB vector is perpendicular to AC vector. Implies perpendicular means if I put dot product, answer will be 0. So OB vector means B vector, because at the beginning itself we have taken OB vector is nothing but B vector dot AC vector. How to split? OC minus OA. What is OC? C vector. OA, A vector. So C minus A equal to 0. Same thing, bring inside B dot C minus B dot A equal to 0. Second equation. So first equation how we got? By taking AD perpendicular to BC. Second equation how we got? By taking BE perpendicular to AC. So we got two equations. If I see two equations, here also A dot B, here also A dot B. We know B dot A and A dot B are both equal, but they are of same symbol. Here also minus sign, there also minus sign. So I want to cancel these two from these two equations. Because of that, I am subtracting 1 and 2. 1 minus 2. So what is 1? A dot C minus A dot B. That I have written. A dot C minus A dot B. Minus 2. What is 2? These two terms. Since minus, change the symbol for these two. This becomes minus and minus becomes plus. If I subtract RHS, both carries 0 only. So here also 0. Now out of this, these two gets cancelled. The remaining is A dot C minus B dot C equal to 0. From these two, take C vector out. C vector is taken out. Dot balances A vector minus B vector. C vector is taken out. This can be written as C vector taken out dot A minus B equal to 0. Now I am going to say C vector dot, how to write A minus B? BA vector, right? Can I say like that? Just I will write here. How will you write BA vector? BA vector means how to split OA vector minus OB vector, right? OA means A, OB means BA minus B. So see, A minus B, instead of writing A minus B, I can write BA vector. That is what is written here. So C vector can be written as OC vector, because we have taken OC vector equal to small c vector. So OC vector dot, this is nothing but BA vector equal to 0. Meaning is the dot product of these two vectors is 0. What is the meaning? These two are perpendicular. So OC vector is perpendicular to BA vector. From this line, I can understand that from this I can understand that OC means the line which is drawn from C passes through O, because OC vector, what is the meaning? From the, if I draw a line from C that passes through O, that is also perpendicular to BA vector. BA vector is nothing but this. So which means this is the altitude. CO is nothing but the altitude. So the altitude drawn from C also passes through the point O. From this statement, I can say that the line drawn from C passes through O, and it is also perpendicular to this side. So what is the name of this line? Altitude, or otherwise perpendicular. Therefore, all the three perpendiculars passes through the same point O. So from this only the result is coming. From this point, I can say the result we have proved. What the result we have proved? Altitudes of a triangle are concurrent. Altitudes of a triangle are concurrent. What is the meaning of concurrency? Three or more lines passing through the same point. Now see OC perpendicular to BA. The meaning is this line which is started from C passes through O. It is also perpendicular. If I just extend this, it will be perpendicular to BA. So what is the meaning? This is also altitude, which means all the three altitudes passing through the same point. Therefore, altitudes of a triangle are concurrent. Are you able to understand? We will go for the next concept. Now the next heading is scalar triple product, or otherwise can be called as box product. Scalar triple product or box product. I am actually definition we should write, but just for example we will see and go. Scalar triple product means any vector of this format is called scalar triple product, or even I can say this is also scalar triple product. The other name given is box product. This can be even read as box ABC. This can be read as what? Box ABC. Or box ABC is same as A vector cross B vector dot C vector. So these two are called as what? Scalar triple, not these two. We can have similar type of many expansion for this. So generally this is called scalar triple product. Definitely three vectors will be there. One is cross, another one is dot. Or box product, we can even say box product. Box ABC, we can read this as box ABC. Okay. How to find box ABC value? We can use find box ABC value using determinant. Don't get confused what is A1, A2, A3. See A vector, out of which take I coefficient, J coefficient, K coefficient. See B vector, write the coefficients. See vector, C vector, write the coefficients. By expanding this determinant, we can easily find out box product value, box ABC. Okay, now in note, what we are having is the scalar triple product can be also rewritten like this. I said cross, then dot. Even we can do like this, A vector dot B cross C. This is also scalar triple. That is why I said many expansions are there for this. So even these two is going to give the same answer. So this can be also called as a scalar triple product. So scalar triple product means we will have three vectors A, B, C. It will be calculated like this, cross and then dot, or even I can say box ABC. How to find box value? A vector, suppose if A is 2i plus 3j plus 4k, write 2, 3, 4, that is A1, A2, A3. Similarly, B vector, write the coefficients. See the vector C vector and write the coefficients. If you expand this, that is called box product value. Okay, note, another note is given. First one, box ABC can be written as minus box BAC. The meaning that you have to understand is, if we interchange any two elements, see this, A and B are interchanged here, B comes here and A goes there. If we do like that, one minus sign should come. That is how we should understand that. Second one, three vectors are said to be coplanar if their scalar triple product is 0. Coplanar means vectors lying on a same plane. Coplanar means three or more vectors, if they lie on a same plane, that is called coplanar. So three vectors can be called as coplanar if their scalar triple product, that is the box product, if this value becomes 0, then I can say those three vectors are coplanar. And then the next subdivision, third, if a box product is like this constant can be taken outside. Even if it is, this constant is only multiplied with the A vector, not B and C, then also we can take that lambda out and write like this. And the final point, volume of parallelepiped with coterminous edges. You just see this diagram in your textbook. Just we read the formula here. Volume of parallelepiped with coterminous edges, A vector, B vector, C vector, is also given by the scalar triple product. Modulus of the scalar triple product will give us volume of parallelepiped. Parallelepiped is nothing but a geometrical shape which looks like a slanted parallelogram. Parallelepiped is a geometrical shape. How it looks? It looks like a slanted parallelogram. But we will have slanted parallelogram in 3-dimensional, I, J, K. So how to calculate volume means volume of the parallelepiped also can be calculated by using scalar triple product. Modulus of box A vector, B vector, C vector is nothing but formula for finding volume of parallelepiped. Okay, with this concept, just when you see the video, don't directly go for the next sum. First, just try to understand all these things, make a note. After clearly understanding, go for the sum. Now we will go for problem number 10. Question number 10. If A vector, one vector is given, B vector is given, C vector is given, find A vector dot B cross C. This is nothing but scalar triple product. If we write like this, this is called scalar triple product. A vector, B vector, C vector are all given to us. We need to find this. We know very well this is nothing but scalar triple product. What is the other way of writing this? A dot B cross C can be also rewritten as box ABC, right? That is what we have just seen. This is also scalar triple product. This is also scalar triple product. So to find this, we can even find this because they are equal. So we are interested in finding box ABC. How to find box ABC using determinant? Just see A vector, write the coefficients 1, minus 2, 3, first row. See B vector 2, 1, minus 2, that is in the second row. C vector coefficients 3, 2, 1 in the third row. Expand the determinant and find out the answer. That's all. Just expanding the determinant, we can find the answer. I think this problem is simple. We will go for the next sum. Question number 11. The volume of parallelepiped whose coterminous edges are 3 vectors which was given to us. The volume of parallelepiped whose coterminous edges are these 3 vectors is 90 cubic units. The meaning is volume is 90 cubic units. Then find lambda. Where is lambda? If you see the first edge, coterminous edges, 3 edges will be there. Out of which the first edge is carrying lambda. We need to find value of lambda. Volume is given to us. So how to start the answer? Given volume of parallelepiped is given to us. Answer is 90. What is the formula for volume of parallelepiped? Modulus of, right? So I should put a modulus sign here. Modulus of box ABC. Modulus of box ABC is equal to 90. How to find box ABC? Using determinant value. That we will see. What is the first row? Can you see this until what is the first row? 7 lambda minus 3. What will be the second row? 1, 2, minus 1. Third row, minus 3, 7, 5. So that is what we are going to calculate. So see, as we said, the first row is this, second row, third row. Since the answer is 90, we are going to expand 7 into, you know how to expand the determinant. Since this is minus, this carries minus sign, minus lambda. This is plus, plus into minus is minus 3. So expand like this, and from the simplification try to find lambda value. Here the lambda value is minus 5. I think you hope you will understand these steps. I need not explain. Problem number 12. Determine whether the 3 vectors 1, 2 and 3 are coplanar. Again the same concept. 3 vectors are given to us. They are asking us to find whether they are coplanar or not. What is the condition for coplanar? Again the same condition. What? Related with scalar triple product. If the scalar triple product becomes 0, then the 3 vectors can be called as a coplanar vectors. So to prove that these 3 are coplanar, we again need to find box ABC, scalar triple product. Find out using determinant. First vector, first row. Second vector coefficients, second row. Third vector coefficients, third row. Expand it. If you expand, the answer becomes 0. Since the answer becomes 0, that is scalar triple product becomes 0, we can say that 3 vectors are coplanar. We're able to understand these are all very simple sums. First, understand the theory concept, then only problems will be easy for you. Hope you are all thorough with the first 3 chapters that we have completed. First chapter, second chapter and fifth chapter. You are all ready for examination. But don't waste time. When you completed all the 3 chapters, you just go for the other chapters. That is chapter 3 and chapter 6. Also you start revising, start writing and practice. Once the exam comes closer, you can revise those 3 chapters. So once you completed those 3 chapters for examination, don't stop there. Go for the next 2 chapters. Apart from 3, we have completed one more chapter, chapter 3. You just start revise it. Chapter 6 is also now we are going at. Even see that also. So when exam comes closer, you can again revise those 3 chapters that you have prepared already. Right? Thank you, children.